Just here to hoop. $233,468. Fever star avoids Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham treatment after diplomatic answer on reps. Indiana Fever all-star Aliyah Boston wasn't taking the Caitlin Clark or Sophie Cunningham route when talking about the referees. The Fever Center wasn't in the mood to see some of her $233,468 four-year salary end up in another fine with her diplomatic answer after Tuesday's Game 2 loss against the Las Vegas Aces in the semis. It's been a brutally physical series across 80 minutes of action, and it's only picked up since the first tip-off. After it seemingly hit its peak in Game 2, Boston shared her take on it, but ensured she was reserved about criticizing the officials. Going by some of the fouls, the way it was going looks like we were almost too physical, Boston said. But yet at the same time, we have to be able to get that on the other end. Boston added that the mismatch on defense also contributed to the high physicality, as smaller players don't have options but to foul. She dropped a sneaky comment before going overboard, saying, "Hey, I'm here to hoop, so none of my business." Aliyah Boston seemingly dodged the treatment Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham received for taking digs at referees. Clark paid $200 penalty for an Instagram comment on Sunday. Meanwhile, Cunningham paid multiple fines for comments on her podcast and a TikTok video. Aliyah Boston taking the battle to A'ja Wilson in Caitlin Clark's absence for Fever. Aliyah Boston is doing everything she can to limit A'ja Wilson in the 2025 wnba playoff semis. Playing without superstar Caitlin Clark, the odds don't remotely favor the Fever. However, Boston has given Indiana an outside shot with her defense against reigning four-time MVP Wilson. In game all, Boston held Wilson to 2-for-0 shooting, the worst field goal percentage for the Aces superstar against a single player in a playoff game over the past 5 years. Minimum IO attempts. It didn't quite work out for Aliyah Boston in Game 2 as A'ja Wilson returned to form with a 25-point night on 10 of 18 shooting. However, Boston didn't just have to deal with Wilson. Her former teammate, NaLyssa Smith, added 18 points, increasing the workload for Boston on the interior.